Let me tell you about two guys who walked into the same party on the same night. The first guy, tall, chiseled jaw, looks like he just stepped off a magazine cover. He walks in, immediately scans the room to see if people are looking at him, tugs at his shirt, and spends most of the night standing near the wall, sipping his drink, afraid to approach anyone. The second guy, average height, nothing particularly special about his face, but he walks in like he owns the floor. He makes eye contact, he laughs loud, he talks to strangers like he already knows them. He doesn't wait to be noticed, he just lives. By the end of the night, guess who walked out with 3 new numbers and a dinner invitation? Not the guy with the perfect jaw. And here's the wild part. This is not just a story. Scientists have actually studied this exact scenario, and what they found will completely change the way you think about attraction, beauty, and what it really means to be magnetic to other people. So stay with me, because by the end of this video, you are going to understand something that most people spend their whole lives never figuring out. Let's start with something your brain does every single day without you even realizing it. When you meet someone for the first time, your brain makes a judgment in less than 1/10 of a second. That is faster than a blink. And what is your brain actually scanning for in that split second? It is not symmetry, it is not skin, it is not muscle. Your brain is scanning for signals of survival and social power. It is asking one question: is this person a threat, a resource, or someone worth getting close to? This goes all the way back to our ancestors. Thousands of years ago, humans lived in tribes, and in those tribes, the most attractive person was not the prettiest one. It was the one who seemed most capable of surviving, leading, and protecting. The one who walked with certainty, the one who did not flinch, the one who could hold eye contact without looking away first. That wiring is still inside every single human brain today. We have smartphones and dating apps now, but our brains are still running ancient software. And confidence is that ancient software's top signal. Now let's get into the actual science, because this stuff is genuinely fascinating. Researchers at the University of Groningen did a study where they showed people videos of individuals walking. They changed the walkers' physical features using computer software to make some more attractive and some less attractive. Then they also changed the way the same people walked. Some walked with open, expansive, confident posture, and others walked with closed, hesitant, low-energy posture. Here is what they found. People consistently rated the confident walkers as more attractive, even when their physical features were made less appealing. A less conventionally attractive person walking with confidence was rated more attractive than a more conventionally good-looking person walking with insecurity. Let that sink in. The way you carry yourself can literally override your face in someone's perception of your attractiveness. But why? Because of something called biosocial theory of dominance. In simple terms, this theory says that humans are wired to be attracted to people who signal high social power, and one of the most powerful signals of high social power is confidence. When you act confident, you are telling everyone around you, without saying a single word, that you believe you are worth being around. And here's the thing about people: we believe what we are shown. If you walk in unsure of yourself, looking for approval, making yourself small, people unconsciously read that as a signal that maybe you are not worth their attention, not because they're mean, but because their brain is running a very old program that says, if he does not believe in himself, why should I? But when you walk in with your chest open, your pace steady, your eyes forward, people's brains pick up on that and say, this person must have something going on. They are worth paying attention to. You become more attractive before you even open your mouth. Now, let's talk about something called the halo effect, because this is where things get really interesting. The halo effect is a well-documented psychological phenomenon where one positive trait causes your brain to assume a bunch of other positive traits must also be there. So if someone seems confident, your brain automatically starts associating them with words like competent, trustworthy, successful, exciting, and interesting. You have not even had a conversation with them yet, but your brain has already built a whole story around them, and that story is flattering. Studies have shown this repeatedly. In one experiment, participants were asked to rate people on various traits after watching short video clips. The people who displayed confident body language were consistently rated higher, not just in attractiveness, but also in intelligence, social status, and leadership potential, even though participants had zero actual information about these qualities. One confident posture, one relaxed smile, one unhurried way of speaking, and suddenly you are the most interesting person in the room in someone's mind before you have done anything at all. Let's talk about the voice for a second, because this is one of the most underrated parts of attraction. Scientists at McMaster University in Canada ran a study where they had people listen to recordings of voices and rate them on attractiveness. They found that voices which were calm, steady, and controlled, not rushed, not high-pitched with nerves, were consistently rated as more attractive across both men and women. And here's what's important. That kind of voice is not something you're born with. That is what your voice sounds like when you are not anxious, when you believe in yourself, when you are not in a hurry to finish your sentence because you're afraid the other person will stop listening. Confidence literally changes how your voice sounds, and your voice is one of the most powerful attraction signals you have. Now, let's address the big question people always ask at this point. But what about looks? Surely looks still matter. Yes, of course looks matter. Nobody is going to pretend otherwise. Physical appearance is the first thing people see, and it does create an initial impression. But here's what the research actually shows. Looks matter most in the first 5 seconds. After that, everything else starts to dominate. A study published in the journal Psychological Science found that the more time people spent getting to know someone, the less the person's physical appearance predicted how attractive they found them. What predicted attraction over time? Personality, presence, the way someone made them feel. In fact, the study found that people who were considered average-looking by strangers were often rated as highly attractive by people who knew them well. And some people who were considered conventionally attractive by strangers were rated as less appealing once people actually spent time with them, because their personality did not match the packaging. Looks open the door, confidence keeps you in the room, and personality determines whether they invite you back. There's another piece of science here that almost nobody talks about, and it is about hormones. When a person displays confident behavior, steady eye contact, relaxed posture, speaking without rushing, it actually triggers a hormonal response in the people around them. Studies have found that observing confident, dominant behavior can raise testosterone levels in both men and women who are watching. And testosterone is directly linked to feelings of excitement, attraction, and desire. So when you're confident, you're not just looking more attractive, you're literally triggering a biological response in the people you interact with. You're changing their chemistry. That's not a metaphor, that's actual physiology. And on your own end, research by social psychologist Amy Cuddy showed that adopting powerful, expansive body postures, what she called power poses, actually lowers your cortisol levels and raises your testosterone. In other words, acting confident can make you feel more confident. Your body and your brain are in a feedback loop. Strike the pose, feel the shift, and you actually start to become the thing you are performing. Here's something else worth knowing. Confident people are more fun to be around. This sounds simple, but it is backed by real psychology. People who are insecure tend to seek validation constantly. They need to be reassured. They fish for compliments. They get hurt easily and make interactions feel heavy. Spending time with an insecure person can feel like emotional labor. Confident people, on the other hand, give you energy instead of taking it. They're not looking for you to prop them up. They're not monitoring your every reaction to see if you still like them. They are just there, present, enjoying the moment. And that relaxed, present energy is magnetic. Psychologists call this secure attachment style, and studies consistently show that people with secure attachment styles are rated as more attractive partners, better friends, and more desirable across every social context. Now, let's talk practically, because understanding all this science is great, but the real question is, what do you do with it? First, fix your posture right now. Not in a stiff, military way. Just roll your shoulders back, lift your chin slightly, and take up a little more space than you normally would. Do this every time you walk into a room. It sounds small. It is not small. It signals confidence before you say a word. Second, slow everything down. Your walk, your speech, your reactions. Nervous people are fast. They rush to fill silence. They laugh too quickly. They react before they think. Calm, confident people let things breathe. They pause before they speak. They do not chase the conversation. They let it come to them. Third, make real eye contact. Not staring, that's aggressive, but steady, warm, genuine eye contact. The kind that says, "I see you, and I am not afraid to be seen." Most people break eye contact too quickly because they're afraid of what the other person might think. Confident people hold it just a beat longer. That beat changes everything. Fourth, stop seeking approval in how you speak. You do not need to end every sentence with a question in your voice, wondering if the other person agrees. You do not need to say, "I don't know if this makes sense, but," before every thought. Say what you mean. Own your opinion. You can be open to disagreement without being apologetic for existing. Fifth, and this is the most important one, get comfortable with yourself in silence. Insecure people cannot handle silence. It makes them panic. Confident people sit in silence without squirming. They do not need constant noise to feel okay, and that stillness is incredibly attractive to other people because it signals that this person does not need anything from you. They are complete on their own. Here's the truth that ties all of this together. Looks are something that happen to you. Confidence is something you build. And the beautiful thing about confidence is that it is not reserved for people with perfect genetics or model faces or naturally bold personalities. It is a skill. It is a practice. It is a series of small choices made every day to stand differently, speak differently, think about yourself differently. The science is clear. People are drawn to those who believe in themselves. Not arrogant people. Arrogance is actually a mask for insecurity, and people can feel the difference. But genuinely grounded, comfortable, self-assured people. People who know who they are and do not need the room to confirm it. That guy at the party with the perfect jaw, he had the packaging, but he did not have the presence. You can have presence. Anyone can. It doesn't cost money. It doesn't require surgery. It doesn't depend on what you were born with. It starts with a decision right now. To walk a little taller, to speak a little slower, to stop shrinking. Because the most attractive thing in any room is not the best-looking person. It's the person who knows, without needing anyone to tell them, that they belong there. And that's it. That's the thing nobody teaches you in school, nobody puts on a billboard, and nobody talks about at the dinner table. But it is one of the most powerful truths about human attraction that science has ever confirmed. You do not have to be the most beautiful person in the room. You just have to be the most present one, the most grounded one, the one who walked in already knowing their own worth. Confidence is not a personality type. It's not something you either have or you don't. It's a daily practice. It's a muscle. And every single time you choose to stand taller, speak slower, and stop apologizing for taking up space, you're building it. So start today. Not tomorrow, not after you lose the weight, get the haircut, or buy the new outfit. Today, right now, with exactly who you are. Because the version of you that walks with certainty is the most attractive version of you that has ever existed. If this video opened your eyes to something new, do me a favor, hit that like button right now. It takes 1 second and it helps this message reach more people who need to hear it. And if you're serious about mastering attraction, confidence, and understanding what really makes people magnetic, you need to be subscribed to Attraction Code Media. We break down the real psychology behind attraction every single week. No fluff, no filler, just science and truth that actually changes how you move through the world. Hit subscribe, turn on the notification bell so you never miss a video, and share this one with a friend who needs to hear it, because the right video at the right time can genuinely change someone's life. This is Attraction Code Media. We'll see you in the next one.